He saved the alien officer's life. Not knowing she was the station's deadliest warrior, Eli Mercer gripped the emergency cutoff lever in the choking smoke. Flames licked the conduit walls in Sector 7's main corridor. An arc flash cascade built, plasma arcs jumping panel to panel. He yanked the lever down. Power died with a thunderous snap. Lights flickered out. The flames starved, collapsing into sullen embers. He coughed, eyes watering. Alarms wailed. No time. The pressure door ahead buckled under debris. Lieutenant Savage. Sarah Vall lay trapped beyond it. Alien security officer. Scales scorched. Uniform torn. Her comms crackled faintly. Mercer. Hull breach. Ellie dropped his toolkit. He wedged his multi-pry bar into the door seam. Muscles strained. The frame groaned but held. He braced his foot against the bulkhead, leaned in with full body weight. Metal screeched. The door peeled open 6 inches. Smoke billowed out. Sarah's clawed hand grasped the edge. She pulled weakly. Eli shoved harder. The gap widened. He reached through, hooked her harness, dragged her limp form across the threshold. She hit the deck beside him, gasping. Blue blood streaked her ridged face. One arm hung useless. "Stay with me, Lieutenant." Eli stripped off his jacket, pressed it to her side wound. She hissed. Pain or warning? Hull breach sirens pierced the air. A jagged crack spiderwebbed the corridor wall behind them. Atmosphere whistled out. Exposed vacuum yawned beyond. Eli scanned his belt. Emergency patch foam canister, standard kit. He primed it, aimed at the crack. Foam hissed out in a controlled burst, expanded fast, sealing the breach. Pressure equalized with a pop. The whistling stopped. Sarah's golden eyes locked on him, narrow pupils dilated. "Civilian, you. Save it." Eli scooped her up. She weighed like a downed linebacker, dense alien muscle. He slung her over his shoulder. Fire teams rule. Protect your own, even blue-scaled ones. He bolted for triage bay. Boots pounding grated deck. Med bay doors hissed open. Harried techs rushed him. Commander Hark loomed at the triage station. Burly Zyphari chief. Mandibles clicking. "Mercer? What the void?" "She's hit bad. Side puncture. Possible rib fractures." Eli laid Sarah on the nearest slab. A med drone hummed over, scanners whirring. Hark's security team flanked him. 2 armored grunts leveled stunners. "Civilian, stand down. Restricted area." Eli planted himself between them and the slab. "Not leaving her. She's stable, but raiders might hit here next." Hark's frills flared. "You dragged her out?" "Untrained maintenance drone? Back off before I cuff you." Sarah stirred. Claws flexed. "Commander, he saved me. Power cut. Door, breach seal, all him." Hark hesitated. Eye stalks swiveled. "Lieutenant." "You're awake? Alert." Sarah pushed up on her good arm. Pain twisted her features, but she locked eyes with Eli. Mercer acted first. No orders. A tech injected nanosealant. Sarah grunted. Wound knit under her scales. Hark waved the grunts back. "Fine.
But you're no soldier, human. Stay out of my op."
Station-wide alarms shifted pitch. Red lights pulsed. Alert. Hostile boarding detected. Core sectors compromised. All hands to defense posts. Hark stiffened. Raiders. Kest rune signature. His ship docked under false codes. He tapped his comm. All units converge on core access. Lock it down. Sarah slid off the slab. Tested her arm. Flexed claws that could rend armor. "Commander, I'm fit. Assign me."
"You're wounded."
Hark eyed Eli. "And this civilian." "Stays," Sarah cut in. She met Eli's gaze. Trust flickered there, earned in smoke and foam. He improvises. "We need that." Eli nodded once. No brag, just fact. His toolkit hung ready. Hacksaws, welders, breaching charges. Maintenance tricks doubled as weapons. Hark grumbled. "Void it, fine. But follow my lead, both of you." They moved out. Corridors buzzed with evac crews. Bulkheads sealed behind them. Eli stuck to Sarah's side. She loped with predatory grace, injury forgotten. Her tail flicked. Alert. "Raiders hit engineering first." Hark briefed over comms. "Runs tactical. They'll bottleneck us at the core antechamber." They reached a security choke point. Hark's team stacked up. Blaster fire echoed ahead. Sarah crouched low. "My fight." She blurred forward. Scales shimmering with concealed augments. Claws extended like monomolecular blades. Eli blinked. "Deadliest close quarters?" No wonder. A raider burst through the hatch. Armored brute, plasma rifle spitting. Sarah launched. She bolted the barricade. Claws sheared the rifle barrel, pinned the invader. One twist, neck snapped. Hark's jaw dropped. Lieutenant. That was standard. Sarah wiped blue ichor from her talons. Eyed Eli. Your turn, troubleshooter. Eli grinned faintly. Raiders poured in. 5. Coordinated. They laid suppressing fire. Hark's team pinned. Eli dropped to a knee, unspooled his arc welder, improvised. Rigged it to the deck conduit, hot-wired, a feedback loop. Cover! He triggered it. Conduits erupted in a targeted arc storm. Electricity arced wild, fried 2 raiders' shields, dropped them smoking. Sarah pounced on the flankers. Claws flashed, bodies hit the deck. Hark blasted the last. How? That welder. Maintenance hack. Eli reloaded his sidearm. Station issue. Forgotten in his belt. Humans adapted. Deeper alarms blared. Core access breached. Hostages taken. Kest Rune's voice boomed over speakers. Surrender the station, Hark, or your cortex die, patiently. Hark snarled. He's in the heart. We go now. Sarah glanced at Eli. Together? Eli hefted his toolkit. Lead on. They charged the core antechamber. Laser grids activated. Rounds trap. Beams crisscrossed the hall. Hark halted. Flank impossible. We're cooked. Eli scanned the panels. Not if I reroute. He popped a junction box. Fingers flew. Bypassed safeties. Grids flickered off. Sarah stared. You see that? Daily job. Eli shrugged. Humans fixed things. Quietly, raiders swarmed the corridor. Rune directed from an overlook. Tall, scarred, optics glowing. Push! Hostages secure, Sarah growled. My kill. She charged. Eli flanked. Hark covered. Sarah leaped the railing, clashed with Rune's elites. Claws versus vibroaxes. She danced through them, untouchable. One slash eviscerated a guard. Another crumpled under her knee. Eli hit the deck. Lobbed a foam grenade, his own mix, overloaded. It expanded into a barricade, blocking reinforcements. Rune fired a heavy pistol. Sarah dodged. Closed. Her claws raked his chest plate. Cracks formed. Eli circled, spotted the hostage pen. Core techs huddled. Raider sentry darted. He improvised. Whipped his pry bar, thrown like a spear, impaled the sentry's visor. Techs scrambled free. Rune roared. Backhanded Sarah. She flew into a console. Sparks flew. Eli vaulted the barrier. Tackled Rune low. Human weight slammed the alien down. Rune thrashed. Stronger, but Eli locked an armbar. Maintenance grip. Vice tight. Sarah recovered. Rose like vengeance. One claw pierced Rune's throat. He gurgled. Went limp. Silence fell. Core secured. Arc stared. You two, underestimated. Sarah offered Eli a hand up. Claws retracted. Gentle. No more. Brothers in the breach. Eli clasped it. Scales warm. Bond forged in fire and foam. But secondary alarms wailed. Multiple borders loose. Engineering overrun. Ruins. Backup. The fight continued. Sparks died under his palm. Alarms shrieked overhead. Red strobes pulsing like arterial blood. Engineering's dark. Hark barked into his comm. All units fall back to triage bays. Secure the wounded. Sarah staggered against the console. Her claws dug into the edge. Blood, thick, violet, seeped from a gash under her chest plate. Rune's backhand had cracked ribs. She waved off a medic drone. I'm fine. Patrol the vents. Eli caught her elbow. Scales rasped his glove. You're not. Sit. Hark whirled. His optics narrowed at Eli. Civilian. Out. This is security turf. A guard, armored Krenel with a pulse rifle, grabbed Sarah's arm. Lieutenant Medbay, now. Sarah snarled. Claws flexed. Eli blocked the guard's path. He yanked his multi-tool from his belt, synced it to Sarah's vitals patch in one tap. Holodisplay flickered, heart rate spiking, oxygen sats crashing to yellow. Look, Eli said. Flat. He thrust the display forward. Move her. She flatlines. Internal bleed. Need stasis field here. The guard hesitated, glanced at Hark. Hark scanned the readout. Frowned. Stabilize her. But you, stay out of my chain. Eli ignored him. Dropped to the deck, popped a maintenance trunk grate. Wire snaked inside. Station's veins. Boarders had sliced main power feeds. Triage lights flickered. Oxygen recyclers wheezed. Power's bleeding out, Eli muttered. He stripped conduits with his tool's laser tip, cross-linked O2 lines to emergency backups. Lights surged back. Steady blue. Recyclers hummed full. Medics exhaled. Drones whirred to life. Wounded groaned in relief. Sarah watched from her perch on the crate. Her optics gleamed. "Quick hands, human," Hart grunted. "Luck." "Get to the hostages." Eli straightened. Dust shook from his jumpsuit. A faint ping buzzed in his earpiece, his tool scanner. Transmitter signal, weak, erratic, from the walls. He followed it. Slid along the bulkhead, past huddled techs. Ping strengthened near a comm junction box. He pried the panel. Circuit smoked. Sliced clean plasma torchwork. Sabotaged relay. No wonder alerts weren't spreading. "Found it," Eli called. "Comm sabotage. Deck-wide blackout." Hark stormed over. Civilian meddling. Touch nothing. Eli already had. He hotwired the backup repeater. Jury rig from a cargo drone beacon. Maintenance hack. Station standard. Power surged. Signal bloomed. His voice boomed station-wide. Alert. Core secure. Boarders in engineering. Sabotage at Junction 7B. Rally to triage. Static crackled. Then replies flooded. Trapped crew. Venting reports. Hark stared at the box. Optics widened. That worked. First confirmed sabotage point. Sarah pushed up. Claws retracted. She gripped Eli's shoulder. Firm. Not meddling. Vital. Eli shrugged. Just fixing lines. Alarms shifted. New tone. Hull breach. Sector 4. Multiple signatures. Hark keyed his comm. "Vol, with me. We retake engineering." Sarah nodded, but her stance wavered. Gash wept. Eli scanned her vitals again, stabilizing, but slow. She needs 5 more in field stasis, or she drops. Hark's mandibles clicked. Distrust lingered. "Human calls. Prove it." Eli met his gaze, pulled a sealant patch from his kit, packed her wound. "Watch." He triggered the stasis field. Low power, trunk fed. Sarah's breathing evened. Color returned to her frills. Guard from before nodded. Respect crept in. Sarah flexed. Stood tall. Field ready. "LA comes. His eyes see what ours miss." Hark paused. Scanned the repeater. Still broadcasting positions. Borders pinned. Fine. Flank left. But one mistake. Eli led into the trunks. Dim glow strips lit the crawl space. Pipes hummed. His scanner pinged again. Fainter signals. Radar transponders. They emerged in engineering's shadow corridor. Consoles sparked. 2 raiders. Runs elites rigged explosives on the core coolant pumps. Sarah hissed. Leaped silent. Claws extended midair. First raider spun. Too late. She severed his rifle arm. Dropped him gurgling. Second fired. Plasma bolt scorched the wall. Eli dove. Grabbed a loose conduit. Whipped it like a lash. Wrapped the raider's legs. Yanked. Raider crashed. Sarah pounced. Knee to throat. Crack. Hark covered the door. Clear. But pumps. Timer blinked. 10 seconds. Eli sprinted. Slid. Under the rig. Tool bit into the detonator. Snipped the slave circuit. Timer froze. Hark exhaled. Civilian saves the core. Again. Sarah hauled Ellie up. Her grip lingered. Told you, brothers. But Eli's scanner screamed. New pings. Dozens. From the vents. Backup wave, Eli said. They're tunneling. Hark barked orders. Seal it. Too late. Grates exploded. Raiders poured in. 10 strong. Vibroblades gleamed. Sarah charged. A whirlwind. Claws flashed. 2 down. 3 slashed air where she danced. Eli flanked. Spotted coolant valves. Twisted them wide. Supercooled mist blasted. Raiders slipped. Frosted. Hark fired precise bursts. Dropped stragglers. 1 raider broke through. Lunged at Sarah's blind side. Blade high. Eli tackled. Human bulk hit low. Raider stumbled. Sarah spun. Finished it. Raiders broke. Fled into ducts. Silence. Steam cleared. Hark clapped Eli's back. Hard. Underestimated you. Both. Sarah's optics locked on Eli. Warmth in the glow. Trust earned. What next? Eli checked his scanner. Massive signal spike.
Engineering core.
Their leader. Not Rune. Bigger. Hark growled. Trap. Sarah bared teeth. Smile. Our trap. Eli nodded, primed his tool. They moved as one. But Sarah winced. Stasis field flickered, vitals dipped. Eli patched it quick. Hold. I've got you. She clasped his wrist. Scales to skin. Bond tightened. Deeper alarms wailed. Containment breach imminent. The real fight brewed. Sarah's optics flared to life. She snatched Hark's dropped sidearm from the deck plating. Rose in one fluid surge. No stagger. No wince. Eli blinked. The stasis field still hummed around her torso, vitals flatlining seconds ago. Now she moved like coiled spring steel. Service access, she rasped, voice steel over gravel. Guide me, human. Now. Eli gripped his scanner tighter. Alarms screamed containment breach. Raiders swarmed the core, dozens inbound. Hark slumped nearby, clutching a gut wound, barking into his comm. Civilians out. SEAL engineering. Sarah ignored him. Locked optics on Eli. Trust flickered there, earned in blood. Eli nodded. This way. He punched the service panel. Hatch hissed open. Dim crawl space yawned. Pipes hissing steam. Conduits pulsing blue. Sarah ducked in first. Eli followed, toolkit scraping rungs. Air thickened, oily with coolant. Her tail flicked ahead. Scales rasping metal. Quiet. Patrols echo. Eli sealed the hatch. Crawled prone. His shoulders brushed her back. Warm scales through his jumpsuit. She didn't flinch. Progressed like a shadow. Claws finding purchase where his gloves slipped. Bulkhead ahead. Sealed red. Blastproof. Raiders locked down. Eli scanned. Power relays exposed. Gimme 30 seconds. Do it. Sarah covered him. Sidearm trained on the gloom. Eli jacked his multi-tool. Sparks flew. He rerouted auxiliary power. Bypassed the maglocks without tripping alarms. Servos whirred. Bulkhead split with a pneumatic sigh. Sarah slipped through. Eli close behind. Wider duct now. Graded floors overlooking raider patrols. Voices echoed below. Gruff, alien snarls. 2 tangos. Sarah whispered. Claws extended. Codes. Silence them. Eli nodded. Heart hammered. He wasn't security. Just a troubleshooter. But her gaze held, no doubt. He pointed the path. Sarah ghosted forward. Dropped through a vent grate like falling mercury. Eli peered down. 2 raiders lounged at a console. Armored brutes, vibro rifles slung. One yawned, mandibles clicking. She struck. Claws sliced first throat. Silent. Raider gurgled, dropped. Second spun. Too slow. Sarah's tail whipped his legs. Elbow crushed windpipe. Both crumpled. She rifled their belts. Snatched data slates. Access codes. Good. Wiped blades on a corpse. Gestured up. Eli dropped a line. Hauled her optics first. Her hand gripped his forearm. Firm. Grateful squeeze. Scales to skin. Pulse synced. Footsteps pounded. Patrol. 4 strong. Scanning slates. Clear the ducts. Leader wants core now. Eli yanked Sarah into shadow. Injured evac. He hissed. Ripped his jumpsuit sleeve. Smeared fake blood from a medkit burst. Play along. She slumped against him. Optics dimmed to flicker. He half-dragged her into dim light as patrol rounded the corner. Halt! I'd... Lead raider leveled rifle. Scaled face twisted suspicion. Eli raised hands slow. Maintenance tech. Evac route collapsed. She's hurt. Caught shrapnel. Sarah sagged heavier. A low moan scripted perfect. Raiders closed. Scanned her. Vol markings. Security, bitch. Station evac. Eli pressed. Voice steady. Course flooding radiation. Help or shoot. Your call. Lead grunted. Jabbed Sarah's shoulder. She twitched limp. Clear 'em to medbay. Rune don't want bodies piling. They waved through. Eli supported her till corner. Then she straightened. Claws retracted. Clever, brother. Your turn saved us. Eli exhaled. Scanner pinged. Patrol gone. Core's 2 levels down. Rune's there. Hostages. Sarah checked slate. Codes glowed green. Elevator shaft. We drop. They sprinted conduits. Eli's legs burned. Human limits but matched her pace. She noticed. Tail brushed his back, steadying.
Stronger than you look. Stubborn,
he grunted.
You?
Broken once, fixed. Optics warmed. Flash of teeth. Smile, shaft ahead. Emergency lights flickered red. Sarah pried doors. Plunged into freefall void, grappled cables. Eli clipped his harness, wrapped down beside her. Halfway. Explosion rocked station. Debris rained. Breaches widening, Eli's scanner wailed. Sarah dropped faster. Hit bottom first. Doors. Engineering core sprawled. Massive reactors humming fury. Consoles sparking. Hostages huddled. Techs, engineers. 10 raiders circled. Kest Rune towered center. Hulking strategist. Plasma cannon cradled. Mandibles split grin.
Yield the core.
Ruin boomed. Or they fry. Sarah crouched low. Flank left. Draw fire. Eli nodded, heart thumped. No armor. No training. But her trust burned hotter. He circled right. Vents hissing cover. Raiders fanned out. Rune-keyed overrides. Core shields dropped. Containment primed to blow. Eli spotted it. Overload vents. Human fix. Reroute plasma flow. He dashed to subpanel. Tool out. Intruder! Raiders spun. Blaster bolt scorched air. Sarah exploded from shadow. Charged Rune's line. Claws raked first guard. Guts spilled. Second swung vibroaxe. She parried with forearm bracer. Snapped his neck. Whirled into third. Raiders swarmed her. 5-on-1. She danced death. Tail lashing eyes. Claws eviscerating. Blood-slicked deck. But a bolt grazed her thigh. Stasis flickered wild. Eli twisted valves. Plasma surged wrong. Vents backflushed. Superheated gas erupted under Raiders. 2 screamed. Armor melting. Slipped into grates. Rune roared. Cannon charged. Aimed at hostages. Enough! Eli yelled. Sarah, down! She dove. Eli slapped emergency purge. Core whined. Rune fired. Plasma bolt. Lanced. Ellie rolled. Heat-singed jumpsuit. Sarah vaulted. Tackled Rune low. Her claws pierced armor joints. He clubbed her ribs. Crack echoed. She held. Twisted. Eli flanked. Grabbed fallen vibro rifle. No expert but point and squeeze. Burst hit Rune's cannon. Overloaded. Exploded in his grip. Rune howled. Shoved Sarah. Lurched for console. Hark burst from side door. Bandaged. Rifle hot. Core secure. His team poured in. Precise fire dropped stragglers. Eli lunged. Tackled Rune's legs. Human weight pinned. Rune slashed. Claws raked Eli's arm. Sarah rose. Limped forward. One claw through Rune's throat. Done. Silence crashed. Hostages cheered. Core stabilized. Hark approached. Clapped Eli's shoulder. Civilian again. Damn. Sarah knelt by Eli. Patched his gash with medgel. Optics locked. Told you. Brothers! Her claw lingered on his skin. Eli grinned through pain. Scanner quieted. But deep ping. Distant. Backup wave tunneling vents. More coming, he said. Sarah stood. Pulled him up. Grip iron. Together. Hark barked orders. Seals slammed. Grates rattled. Raiders incoming. Eli primed tool. Sarah readied claws. They braced as one. Deeper alarms wailed. Breach, seconds away. Grates burst inward. Claws scraped metal. Raiders swarmed. 6, armored, thermals glowing on their visors. Eli yanked his conduit probe. Jammed it into the nearest vent. Sparks flew. One raider convulsed. Fried circuits. Sarah lunged. Her claws sheared a rifle barrel. Alien screeched. She twisted. Snapped its neck. Clean. Hark's team fired bursts. Dropped 2 more. Eli rolled low. Grabbed a raider's dropped grenade. Primed it. Lobbed into the pack. Boom rattled bulkheads. Last 2 staggered. Sarah pounced. Dragged one down. Claws ripped throat. Eli finished the other. Tool spike through visor. Silence hit. Vents smoked. Hark reloaded. Cores locked. Hostages next deck. Raiders pinned him in storage bay C7. Eli wiped blood from his arm. Medgel itched. Sarah's patch held. He nodded at his scanner. Heat map says cluster ahead. Through these walls. He slapped the bulkhead. pulled up his wrist unit. Maintenance feeds lit. Conduits, power lines, thermal ghosts. Sarah tilted her head. Optics narrowed.
You see through steel?
Station's my job. Eli traced lines. Red blobs pulsed. 20 hostages. 5 raiders. Leaders got a cannon like runes, thermals on all of them, watching doors. Hark grunted. Breach plan? Eli eyed the sprinkler main. Old system. Cryofluid lines. I flood the corridor. Mess their sights. Cold water blinds thermals. Sarah's mandibles clicked. Approval. Fast breach after.
Ark signaled his team. Cover fire.
Civilian leads. Eli crouched by the access panel. Prybar snapped locks. Pipes hissed. Pressurized. He rigged the valve. Overrode with his tool. On 3, pumped the line. Fluid surged. 1, 2, 3. Valve blew. Icy spray exploded. Corridor flooded ankle deep. Thermals shorted. Raiders cursed in guttural clicks. Blindsided. Eli kicked the door. Now! Sarah blurred. Door frame splintered under her shoulder. She bolted in. Raider leader swung cannon. Too slow. Sarah ducked. Claws hooked his armpit joint. Tore armor free. Cannon clattered. He roared. Drew vibro-knife. Sarah sidestepped. Grabbed his wrist. Crushed bone. Knife dropped. She spun him into his own team. 2 raiders fired wild plasma-scorched walls. Eli flanked. Slid across wet deck. Grabbed a hostage's ankle. Pulled a small one clear. Child-sized alien, fur-matted, eyes wide. Crossfire lit the room. Bolts whizzed. Eli shielded the kid. Body over fur. Heat splashed his back. Jumpsuit charred. He dragged them to crates. Stay down! Sarah moved like liquid death. Disarmed second raider. Claws severed fingers. Third charged. She met him mid-leap. Locked claws. Flipped him into console. Sparks erupted. He slumped. Leader rallied. Grabbed pistol. Aimed at hostages. Sarah crossed the room in 2 strides. Tackled him mid-air. Pinned. One claw pierced his helm. Optics dimmed. Last raider bolted for alarm. Eli's thrown wrench cracked his knee. He fell. Sarah finished it, silent. Hostages surged free. Cheers echoed. Small alien clung to Eli's leg. Thank you, soft skin. Eli ruffled its head fur. Stood. Back burned, but he waved off med scans. Sarah approached. Knelt by the kid, murmured in alien tongue. Kid nodded, ran to others. Hark entered. Rifle down. Room clear in seconds. Lieutenant? Sarah rose. Wiped claws on her thigh plate. Standard. But her optics flicked to Eli. Lingered. Eli caught it. The limp was gone. Rib crack forgotten. She moved like she'd never bled. You held back before. Test. Her voice low. You passed. Harder this time. Harder this time. Plumbing to weapons. Civilians don't do that. Station needs fixing. Eli shrugged. Scanner pinged again. Deeper decks. More heat. Tunneling up from engineering. Sarah's claws flexed. Their core team. Heavy weapons. Hark checked ammo.
My squad's down 2. We link with engineering survivors?
Eli mapped faster. Conduits branched. Trap junction ahead. I can vent plasma lines. Cook 'em in the shaft. Sarah gripped his arm. Iron hold. Not painful. Steady. Risky. For humans. Eli met her gaze. We adapt. Hark barked into comms. Teams converge on C7. Push to engineering. His eyes on Eli. No distrust now. Respect. They moved out. Hostages sealed safe. Corridor dripped. Eli led. Probe out. Sarah at his flank. Her presence a wall. Alarms deepened. Grates rattled ahead. Eli sealed the junction. Primed plasma vent. They hit this. It ignites. Footfalls echoed. Raiders breached. 5 heavies. Shields up. Cannons hot. Thermals useless in steam. They charged blind. Sarah whispered. Now. Eli slapped release. Plasma roared. Shaft glowed white. Screams cut short. Melted armor slumped from grates, but one broke through. Shield held partial. Cannon spun. Aimed at Eli. Sarah shoved him aside. Took the bolt. Armor cracked. She staggered. No! Eli fired scavenged rifle. Burst hit shield weak point. Cracked it. Raider advanced. Sarah roared. Charged through pain. Claws punched shield. Ripped it free. Buried in chest plate. Raider fired point blank. She absorbed, twisted, ended him. She dropped to knee. Smoke rose from gash. Eli knelt. Packed med gel. Your turn. Optics dimmed, then brightened. Claw on his hand. Brothers hold. Hark's team arrived. Secured vents. Engineering next. You two. Front. Eli helped her up. She leaned fraction. Just enough. They pressed on. Deeper alarms screamed. Core breach imminent. Scanner showed the wave. Dozens. Final push. Eli grinned. Rigged the coolant towers. Blood or freeze? Sarah's mandibles curved. Both. They braced. Station shook. Trust sealed in blood and ice. But a new ping. External docks. Ships inbound. Raider backup. Docked hard. Hark. Cursed.
They're boarding the bays.
Sarah straightened. Full strength. We take them at airlock. Eli nodded. Tool ready. Rifle slung. Her claws gleamed. Together. Deeper wail. Airlock alarms blared. Breach in 10. Airlock doors buckled. Breaching charges hissed. Eli Mercer crouched behind a cargo crate, rifle braced. Sarah Vol flanked him. Claws flexed. Her armor still smoked from the vent fight. Hark's team fanned out. Rifles trained. 5 seconds, Hark barked. Fire on breach. The doors exploded inward. Raiders poured through. 6, armored heavy. Plasma lances sweeping. Bolts scorched bulkheads. Hark's squad returned fire. One raider dropped, shield flickering out. Another advanced. Cannon whining. Sarah lunged. Claws sheared a lance barrel. Raider swung. She ducked. Raked his knee joint. Leg buckled. She drove elbow into throat plate. Crack! He slumped, dead before he hit deck. Eli popped up. Squeezed trigger. Burst nailed a raider's optic cluster. Shield held, but it staggered. Sarah was there. Grabbed its lance arm. Twisted. Bone snapped audible through armor. She yanked the weapon free. Reversed it. Impaled the raider through the chest slit. Withdrew. Blood sprayed. Hark shouted over comms. Vol, hold position. His rifle stayed on her back. Not the raiders. Her. Eli glanced. Hark advanced. Squad covering. Barrel locked on Sarah's neck ridge. Credentials, Lieutenant. Now. You're not on my roster. Sarah straightened. Dropped the lance. Mandibles clicked sharp. Stand down, Commander. Sector Guard. Blade Wing Alpha. Auth code. Vol 79. Hark. Didn't lower weapon. Blade Wing? Elites don't slum station security. Prove it. A raider groaned behind her. Still alive. Half his faceplate gone. Sarah pivoted. Raider raised pistol. She blurred. One claw pinned his firing arm to deck. Other hand clamped his helmet. Squeezed. Optics popped. Armor dented inward. He thrashed. She held. Pressure built. Skull crushed with a wet pop. She released. Body twitched once. Still. Silence hit harder than the breach. Hark's squad froze. Eli's grip tightened on rifle. He'd seen her kill. Efficient. Brutal. This was surgical. Restrained lethal. Hark's mandible twitched. Rifle dipped fraction. Blade wing. Confirmed. Voice rough. Respect edged in. Raiders remaining pushed. 2 left. Eli fired. Dropped 1. Sarah finished the other. Claws through vents. Straight to power core. Sparks died. Hark keyed comms. Bays secure. Push to core. He eyed Sarah. You're led on breach team. Civilian. Glance at Eli. Stay back. Eli stepped forward. Rifle slung. Palm out. Got stolen access codes from their lead rig. Core overrides. Punch them in. We ghost the lockdown from here. Hark. Squinted. Civilian codes? How? Eli shrugged. Tapped wrist pad. Maintenance hack. Their slicer left breadcrumbs. He transferred packet. Codes glowed on Hark's HUD. Hark scanned. Nodded. Curt. Verified. Vol, take him. Prove those codes or we space the lot. Sarah's claw brushed Eli's shoulder. Light, with me, Mercer. They sprinted down corridor. Alarms wailed sharper. Core decks ahead. Sarah's stride matched his. Longer legs, but she paced. Ellie scanned readouts. Raiders hit auxiliary control. Triggering lockdown any. Klaxons exploded. Bulkheads slammed. Deck-wide seal. Lights dimmed to emergency red. Eli and Sarah skidded. Last hatch irised shut. Trapped. Raider side of the divide. Sarah punched panel, locked. Hark's team. Wrong side. Eli checked scanner. Dozens of Raider pings swarmed core access. Kest Rune's signature pulsed center. They're boxing the core. Hostages in engineering. Sarah's optics narrowed. Claws scraped bulkhead. Tested. We go through. Eli eyed the hatch. Reinforced. Codes won't touch lockdown. Need manual override. Vent stack above. She boosted him. He pried great, dropped line. Pulled her up. Tight crawl. Her armor scraped. Eli led. Toolkit clipped. Raiders misjudged the station map. Maintenance bypasses unmarked. Sarah grunted.
You know these decks. Fix 'em.
Eli sliced a junction. Sparks. Lockdown stuttered. Hark's buying time. We hit their rear. They dropped into subdeck. Raider patrol. 3 guarded secondary hatch. Talking low clicks. Sarah signaled. Silent. Eli tossed EMP pebble. Flashbang hybrid. Blinded them. Sarah exploded out. First Raider's neck snapped before he turned. Second swung blade. She parried with forearm plate. Counter claw eviscerated abdomen seals. Guts vented. Third fired wild. Ellie's rifle barked. Headshot. Sarah wiped Icor. Clean. Eli nodded. Your turn was dirtier. Mandibles curved. Restraint wastes time. They breached hatch. Core chamber loomed. Raider wave held position. Kest Rune directed from overlook. Tall, scarred. Lance across back. Hostages clustered. Engineers. Hark's wounded squad. Commander himself pinned. Rifle empty. Rune's voice boomed. Core in 5. Station yields or they vent. Sarah tensed. Claws extended full. Eli spotted it. Her stance shifted. Balanced lower. Blades gleamed sharper. Edges monomolecular. Not standard officer gear. Blade wing, Eli whispered, realized. Her secret cracked open. Deadliest close quarters on station. Not just officer. Assassin elite. She met his gaze. Nodded once. Trust. Passed. Eli keyed wrist. Rigged the coolant earlier. Blood now? Sarah's optics gleamed. Breeze after. He slapped override. Valves hissed. Liquid nitrogen flooded grates. Raiders slipped. Froze mid-step. Rune barked orders. Slipped on ice. Sarah charged. Blurred across deck. First Raider shattered under claws. Ice armor brittle. Second swung. She vaulted. Landed on back. Claws pierced spine. Third. Rune's guard. Lance charged. She rolled. Grabbed leg. Yanked down. Ice cracked. Impaled him. On his own weapon. Rune fired. Bolt grazed her shoulder. She roared. Closed distance. He blocked claw with bracer. Sparks. She fainted high. Low slash opened his thigh. He staggered. Eli covered. Rifle bursts pinned his arm. Sarah struck. Claws locked Rune's lance. Twisted free. Buried in his chest. He gasped. Dropped. Dead. Hostages freed. Hark stood, clutching side. Stared at Sarah. Blade wing lead. Knew it. Eli helped engineer up. Sarah sheathed claws. Claw on his arm. Firm. Codes saved us. He grinned. Your blades finished it. Hark comment all clear. Station stabilized. But external ping returned. More ships. Rune's backup inbound. Sarah straightened. Docks next. Eli checked rifle. Loaded. Together. Deck seals hissed open. Hark's team reformed. Eyes on Sarah now. Warrior unveiled. On Eli. Civilian who turned tide. They moved. Raiders waited beyond. Lockdown broke too late. New alarm screamed. Breach renewed. Sarah's mandibles set. They boxed wrong deck. Eli's tool hummed. Not this time. Core secured. The docks burned. Backup wave hit hard. Rune's death signal triggered reinforcements. Dozens docking simultaneous. Bays overrun. Hark split teams. Vol, Mercer, Doc Alpha. Flank the wave.
They ran!
Sarah ahead. Claws ready. Eli matched. Vent access pinged open. Shortcut. She followed. Dropped into ducts. Tight. Her armor brushed his back. Heat lingered from wounds. You saved me first, she clicked. Voice low. Instinct. Eli sliced grate. Overlooked view. Raiders massing airlock. Kest's second barking orders. Sarah's claw tapped his pad. Codes again? Eli grinned. Better. Overload their shields. He patched station power. Raiders' armor whined. Shields dropped. Sarah dropped too. Into the pack. Chaos. Claws flashed. Raiders fell. Eli fired from perch. Precise. Pinned stragglers. One raider broke free. Grabbed Sarah's arm. Pinned. Eli vaulted down. Wrenched to neck joint. Cracked. Raider dropped. She rose. Claw gripped his shoulder. Tight. Bond sealed. Last raider fled to core link. Triggered final. Sarah's claws scraped the deck grate. She lunged after the fleeing raider. Eli matched her stride. His boots pounded the corridor. Alarms wailed. Red lights pulsed. Core link, Eli shouted. He jabbed his pad. Map flashed. Shafts ahead. 0G access. This way. She pivoted. Door panel sparked under her claw. They dove into the maintenance shaft. Air rushed past. Gravity cut out. Bodies floated free. Eli kicked off the wall. Tether snapped from his belt. Hooked Sarah's harness. Stay linked! Her mandibles clicked approval. Claws gripped conduit struts. She propelled forward, faster than him. Pulled him along. Shaft twisted downward. Loose wires snagged his sleeve. He sliced them free. Raider's boots clanged ahead. Faint echo. Sarah's eyes narrowed, glowing slits in the dim tube. He signals rune. Eli checked his rifle. Slung it tight. No room to fire here. Shaft narrowed. His shoulders brushed bulkheads. Sarah flowed smoother. Warrior grace. Heat from her wounds radiated. Patches held. Push! She hissed. Voice modulator buzzed static. They burst into a junction. 0J void yawned open. 30 meters across. No struts. Just darkness to the core hatch. Raider silhouette vanished through the far side. Eli unclipped mag boots. Override code tapped in. Boots powered down. Tether swing. You first. Sarah shook head. Mandibles flared. No. You anchor. Trust me. He looped tether around a stanchion. Double knot. Tested pull. Go. She gripped the line. Muscles coiled under armor scales. Launched. Body arced perfect. Claws latched the far hatch. Pulled it open. Raider's yell cut short. Eli swung next. Stomach flipped. Void spun below. Station guts churned. Pipes, vents, endless drop. Tether sang taut. He hit the lip. Rolled inside. Sarah dragged him up. Core chamber hummed. Massive interlock panels glowed. Raider slumped dead. Claw marks across throat. Sarah's work. But doors hissed. New threat. Kest's enforcer stepped through.
Towering brute.
Quad arms. Blades extended from all four wrists. Runes elite. Station's nightmare matchup. Claws unsheathed. Mine. Eli nodded. Dove for the interlock console. Sparks flew from Raider hacks. Wires exposed. Cover me. Enforcer charged. Sarah met him head on. Blades clashed claws. Metal screamed. She dodged low. Quad arm slashed air. Her tail whipped. Cracked his knee joint. Eli pried panel. Fingers danced over circuits. Raider override pulsed red. Core access locked to them. One wrong cut. Station vents atmosphere. Everyone dies. Sarah spun. Enforcer's blade grazed her shoulder plate. Armor buckled. She countered. Claw pierced his thigh guard. Green blood sprayed. He roared. Grabbed her arm. Slammed her into wall. Thud echoed. Eli risked glance. Sarah twisted free. Mandible snapped at his faceplate. Bit through visor seal. Enforcer reeled. Blinded. Keep him off! Eli yanked wires. Manual interlocks whirred. Raider code fought back. Console overheated. Palm sizzled. Sarah vaulted. Claws raked his back plates. Enforcer whirled. All four blades thrust. She parried too. Third scored her side. Armor split. She grunted. Pain modulator failed. Raw hiss escaped. Li stripped bypass. Exposed reset lever. Dig red 1. Station kill switch. Dumps all overrides. Reset security from core. But it purges everything. Raiders lose control. Station door slam. Then seal. Habitats hold breath for 30 seconds. Risky. If power glitches, core fries, no oxygen recycle. Thousands suffocate. Enforcer pinned Sarah. Blades locked her claws. She strained. Muscles bulged. Armor scales flexed. Eli stood. Rifle. Up. No shot. Too close. Sarah! She headbutted the brute. Crest cracked his helm. Freed one claw. Jammed into armpit joint. Twisted. Arm went limp. He backhanded her. She flew. Hit console beside Eli. Gasped. Enforcer advanced. Blades dripped green. Eli dropped rifle. Grabbed her harness. Pulled her behind cover. Reset now. Her eyes locked his. Glowing, fierce. Nodded once. Do it. Trust. Pure. He slammed the lever. Core groaned. Lights flickered station-wide. Alarms peaked. Enforcer lunged. Sarah exploded up. Tackled him mid-leap. They crashed together. Blades scraped deck. Her claws plunged deep. Into chest vents. Ripped out power core. Brute spasmed. Dropped. Sarah rose. Blood-slick claws. Sidewound leaked. She clamped it. Done? Ellie watched console. Purge complete. Green lights bloomed. Security doors clanged shut. Raider hacks vanished. Done. Station comms crackled. Hark's voice. Core secure. Report. Sarah tapped pad. Vol and Mercer. Raiders purged. Reset. Live. Pause. Then. Civilian confirmed. Doors holding. Eli grinned. Holding, Commander. Flanks clear. Bark grunted. Regroup at Alpha. Rune's main force pinned. They moved. Sarah leaned on Eli slight. He supported without word. Shafts behind. Core safe. But docks echoed distant blasts. Backup wave hit harder. Rune's trap sprung. Sarah's mandibles clicked soft.
You bet habitat. On reset.
On me. Instinct. Eli sliced a side vent. Shortcut to Alpha. We match pace. She gripped his shoulder. Tight. Bond deepened. Raiders underestimated wrong pair. Alpha Dock loomed. Explosions rocked frame. Rune's voice boomed over breach comms. Surrender core, or vents open. Hark's team held barricade. Pinned. Raiders swarmed ramps. Dozens. Ellie scanned. Power relays exposed. Sarah's claws flexed. Plan? He pulled wrench. Overload their docks. Strand them. Her eyes gleamed. Together. They dropped into underdeck. 0G again. Tether linked. Sprint to victory, but Rune waited. Tactical mind saw the swing coming. Dock seals buckled under fire. Hark yelled orders. Hold line. Eli patched into relay. Fingers flew. Sarah guarded his back. Claw ready. Raider scout dropped through grate. She shredded him silent. Relay hummed. Overload primed. But Rune's jammer pulsed. Cut signal. Blocked. Eli cursed. Sarah rose. I draw. You fix. She kicked grate wide. Leapt into fray. Claws flashing. Raiders turned. Howled. Eli worked faster. Jammer trace. Weak point. Severed it. Overload fired. Dock clamps released. Raider ships drifted free. Stranded. Chaos. Screams. Hark's team surged. Pushed back. Rune barked retreat. But too late. Doors slammed per reset. Sarah dragged wounded Raider close. Interrogated low clicks. He broke. Run at command. Nexus. Hostages. Eli stood. Rifle reclaimed. We end it. She nodded. Claw to his back. Protective now. Hark approached. Eyed Eli different. Civilian. Good work. Tech. Eli shrugged. Humble. Sarah's mandibles set proud. Warriors equal. They ran. Nexus ahead. Rune's final stand. Hostages screamed inside. Clock ticked. Eli sliced door code. Sarah poised. Rune's shadow loomed. Blades drawn. You. Battle ignited. Sarah charged. Ellie flanked. Trust absolute. One swing. One reset. Habitat saved. But Rune fought dirty. Gas vented. Vision blurred. Eli tethered them again. Pulled through haze. Her claw found his. Held. Cross-species unbreakable. Raiders fell. Station breathed free. Security teams burst through the Nexus doors. Blaster fire echoed. Eli crouched behind a console. Rifle steady. Sarah flanked him. Claws dripping Raider blood. Flank left, she clicked. Her mandibles snapped orders to Hark squad. Hark nodded at Eli's tablet. Your grid lights them up. Raider nests marked. Eli's rerouted cameras painted red dots across the deck schematics. Sarah punched in her override codes. Bulkheads slammed shut, trapping pockets of invaders. Team Alpha, vent Sector 3. Hark barked into comms. Blasts rattled grates. A raider squad charged from maintenance shafts. Eli traced their path. Jammer residue here. Cut power to their shields. He slapped a relay toggle. Lights flickered. Alien armor sparked. Sarah lunged. Her claws sliced through the lead raider's throat. Silent. Lethal. The squad crumpled under security fire. Eli reloaded, heart steady. Routine fix, high stakes. Hark's teams pushed forward. Eli's grid-fed real-time feeds. Sarah's codes, unlocked, sealed paths. Raiders scattered. One by one, they fell. Core secure, a voice crackled over comms. Cheers erupted. Hark strode up, eyes on Eli. Civilian, you turned the tide. He pulled a badge from his belt. Emergency auxiliary. Gold trim gleamed under emergency lights. Incident response needs you. Full access. Coordinate repairs. Eli clipped it on. Weight settled familiar. On it, Commander. No fanfare, just work. Sarah watched. Her compound eyes gleamed approval. She extended a claw. In it, the tether cord. Stronger weave. Yours, she clicked. Mandibles clicked softer. Train my team. Human repair tactics. Improvise like you. Eli took it. Warm from her grip.
Deal. Show 'em your moves too.
Partnership sealed. They moved out. Nexus halls cleared. Bodies dragged aside. Eli patched hull alerts on his tablet. Sarah scanned shadows, claw ready. Trust hummed between them. Decks hummed back to life. Lights steadied. Air recyclers whirred. They hit the main promenade. Crowds gathered. Station AI chimed overhead. Alert. All threats neutralized. Habitat integrity restored. Commendation broadcast initiating. Hark's voice boomed from speakers. Station personnel, this is Commander Hark. Raiders repelled. Core secured. Key to victory. Rerouted surveillance grid by maintenance tech L.I. Mercer and Lieutenant Sarah Val's codes unlocked the paths. Murmurs rippled. Eyes turned. But intel confirms, Lieutenant Val holds the station record. Deadliest close quarters warrior. 200 confirmed kills in Sims and Field. Shredded runes elite today. Gasps echoed. Sarah stiffened. Eli glanced. Her mandibles clicked low. Pride? Burden? Hark continued. Mercer saved her first, pulled her from the breach. Tethered through gas. Flanked rune. Civilian tech matched a legend. Crowd stared. Whispers. Human. Saved Val? Sarah's gaze locked on Eli. Claw brushed his arm. Protective. Grateful. Eli shrugged. Just a fix, but eyes widened around them. Human normal. Alien extraordinary. A young tech approached. Sir? Grid schematics? For training? Eli nodded. Shared the file. Sarah's team clustered. Human tactics, she ordered. Watch. They walked the restored deck. Station breathed easy. But Eli caught Sarah's glance. Something unsaid. Her record. No accident. Warriors wait. Hark Comed, Mercer, Ball. Debrief in 5. Runes data dump incoming. Eli pocketed the tether. Sarah's claw hovered near. Bond forged in fire. Station safe. But tests lingered. Security swept the outer rings. Eli's grid pinged stragglers. 2 in cargo bay, he said. Sarah's code sealed it. Blaster chatter followed. Clean kills. Hark's squads reported in. All clear. Eli rerouted power flows. Lights blazed full. Gravity steadied. Promenade filled. Aliens of every caste milled. Xenotraders, engineers, diplomats. Eyes on the pair. You the human? A burly cargo hauler clicked. Saved Val? She's myth. Eli nodded. Team effort. Sarah's mandibles set firm beside him. Station AI droned again. Formal commendation. L.I. Mercer. Auxiliary Incident Response Lead. Lieutenant Sarah Val, promoted Operations Chief. Cheers swelled. Sarah turned. They know now. Her voice clicked low. Deadliest. Because of you. Eli met her eyes. Saved each other. Tether hung heavy in his pocket. They pressed on. Debrief waited. Rune's plans, deeper threats. Eli's tablet buzzed. New alerts. Subtle. Jammer echoes in the vents. Sarah sensed it. Claw out. Trouble. Always. Ready. Teams fanned out under Eli's grid. Last Raider pockets crushed. Sarah's codes burned paths clean. Heart clapped Eli's shoulder. Badge permanent if you want. Tech life, Eli said, but the pole grew. Response called. Sarah handed the tether again. Train us all. Her team nodded. Eager, promenade thronged. Station voice peaked. Witness, the warrior unmasked. The saver honored. Hook landed. Sarah's secret out. Eli's hand first on her claw. They walked into cheers. Bond unbreakable. Station's new edge. Eli scanned his tablet. One anomaly blinked. Deep core access. Rune's ghost. Sarah growled low. Together, doors hissed open. Debrief. Truths to uncover. Security locked down the bays. Eli's reroutes held firm. Raider ships drifted cold outside. Stranded hulks. Hark's voice cut through. Mercer. Grid mastery. Vol. Unmatched fury. Crowd parted. Respect heavy. Eli felt it. Human humble. Capability shown. Sarah leaned close. They misjudged us both. Lesson learned. Eli tapped the badge. Onward. Station pulsed alive. But Eli's instincts hummed. More fixes ahead. With her watch.